Join me today as we update this old outdated 90s carpet hardwood with this. Stay tuned and I'll show you how I did it. So the one thing we have to consider here for these new steps is this wood that's already up here. How it has this rounded finish to it. So our new steps, I need something that's similar to this so it matches. I can't have a square end or a different design. It needs to be a rounded router end. Of course, I picked the worst day of the year to go get materials for this job. But here we are. Alright, so here's the covers I'm going to be using. This is what I was talking about earlier with the edges. Now this one has more of like a square edge, which won't match the existing ones on there. And then this one, you can see it has this round edge, which is going to match what we have there already. And I need 12 of these. So we're gonna get these loaded up. Okay, these are the risers that are gonna be going on the back of the steps. They have two sides. They have the hardwood finish side and then the white side. We're gonna be using the white side. And I'm gonna need 14 of these. Alright, next we're going to need some stain for our step tops, and we're going with the Golden Pecan 245. Thinking one of these should be enough to do all of the tops. So we'll grab this. Alright, we got the stair tops, we got the stair backs, we got liquid nail, and we got the stain. We'll need a finish nailer as well, but I have one of those, so we don't need anything for that. And everything else is just going to be cutting and trimming. Alright, so I got one of the staircase tops here, and this is a really good tip. So I'm just going to stain one for now and take it upstairs and make sure that this stain is going to match my existing floor, because the last thing I want to do is stain every step and then it be the wrong color, and now you just wasted 12 pieces of wood that you're going to have to replace. So I'm just going to stain this one piece of wood and see how it works. Alright, so I'm just going to dip this rag in here, and you don't want to put this on super heavy. You just want a nice light coat on there. You just spread it on there. You can always do a second coat. You don't want to put it on too heavy and then have the stain be too dark for your existing floor. So I'm just putting a nice light coat on here and see how it matches up with my existing floor. Voila, we got a nice light coat on that. Make sure you have good ventilation if you're doing this inside. You know, crack a window open. And also you have to be careful how you dispose of these rags. It can be a fire hazard if you don't dispose of them correctly, so be careful with these. Okay, I ended up going with the early American stain, and it actually matches really well with the floor we have here. So I went ahead and stained all of them. So now I just have to let this stuff dry out and then put a semi-gloss on it. want to show you a close-up of what it looks like underneath this carpet. Once you pull it up, so what you get is you get the tacking strip in the back, and then this foam pad, which you can kind of just pull this foam pad off. Then you got to pull these staples out as well, and then pop this tack off. Alright, so what we have to do now is we have to cut these lips off of these steps so that it's flush with the back. So when we set our new step on top of it, it has somewhere to set and it's not pushed out by this lip. So we have to cut these lips flush. So what I'm going to do is take a combination square and measure how big that gap is, that lip. Work it tight. And then I'm going to take off about 1/8 of an inch. That way my blade doesn't hit this back whenever I'm cutting. So then I got this marked. Just going to mark this. This will be my line I can cut to make this flush. Alright, so after 3 cuts I finally got this figured out on the easiest way to do this. So the first step is I take this tool here and I cut these corners. And then I come over the top about 2 inches and go straight down on each side. And then I cut it with the circular saw, and then I sawzall in the ends where the circular saw can't reach. And since I cut these corners out, the sawzall doesn't get jammed up in that corner. So that seems to be the best way to do it. So all the prep work is done here. I got the carpet removed, all the old staples pulled out, and I got the ends of the steps cut flush for the new hardwood that's going to be going on top of this. So now we'll be putting our kickers on the back and then placing the new oak tops on top of that.